This is the Can We Talk podcast, guys, episode 53? Yep. 53. We took a break on episode, we didn't take a break on an episode, but we just didn't record last week only because Robin was yelling and her throat got sore and she couldn't speak. So we're back here on episode 53, and I think that it's actually cool to have people that you idolize and you see on a daily basis just via social media, like actually show up and be on the podcast. Yesterday I got called Hollywood because normally people reach out to me to record the pod and things like that, but I reached out to you. I was like, yo, and this was weeks ago, but I wanted to get to a space to where like we got done with our 50th episode, and that was a celebration. I wanted to bring you on after that, and then of course people started like, yeah, I want to be on 51, I want to be on 52. I'm like, all right, cool, hold up, let me go back to where I was in my mindset when I asked this special guest on the podcast. Like, it's amazing to have you on the podcast because, like, again, I watch you as a young black man. I'm 29, about to be 30, and I watch you and I watch your work, and I love it. And it's amazing that you're on. It's amazing that whatever you're doing right now, I don't see it outside of you, at least here in Austin. So I would like to give a round of applause to Chef Gil.
Appreciate that.
And having you on, sir. Like, I can't tell your story. I'd love to hear your story. I'd like to hear from start one to start now, which could be start 1, 2. I don't fucking know, but I want to hear about you, man.
Man, shoot, where do I start? Of course, born and raised here in Austin, Texas, and I kind of just take that on like, a pride thing. Like, I got to go hard for my city.
Absolutely.
Like, this is the city that raised me, and this is the city that put me where I'm at today, so I learned from so much. And then, my big mama, Bertie L. Jones, she was real big in Austin as well, too, doing a lot of things, taking care of a lot of things,
wow,
having things built. So it was kind of like she handed the torch to me to be like, hey, you need to finish and do some things for Austin as well. And I try to play sports, and it didn't go that way. And so I was just like, man, what is it left? And so many people kept saying, man, you should try cooking, but everybody always
try cooking.
Yeah. Everybody tell you, like all your friends are always saying, man, you should go to school, you should cook. So you're like, man, all right, man, maybe
absolutely.
One day. And so it wasn't until actually I had moved to San Antonio with my ex. I had moved to San Antonio. I was up there for like 3 months. And I'm sitting and I'm just like, man, I feel like a bum right now. Like, I'm 24, about to be 25. I'm like, bro, you either gonna go to jail or you got to figure out something.
Yeah.
Life ain't promising right now. So, man, I called my big mama one night, and I was just like, what do you think I need to do? And she was like, I feel like you should come back home and get your life together. And I was like, all right. Next morning, it's crazy because I told my girl, she was down, my ex at the time, she was down in Austin for Thanksgiving. And I called her that morning. I said, hey, man, I'm finna just go home. And she was like, for Thanksgiving? Or I was
no,
like, man,
for now.
I'm going home for good. I was just like, me waiting on you to finish graduating from UTSA. I was like, man, I'm gonna put myself behind. And what's so crazy is that I was working at this place in San Antonio. I think it's Party Picnic or Promotion, something like that, where you do bounce houses.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there as an old school dude, our color, and it was so messed up with what he said. He was just like, man, culinary school and all that ain't for us, man. You're going to be just like me, cleaning and doing bounce houses. And when he told me that, I was just like, oh, man, that's even more reason for me to get back. So, bro, I hopped on the road, came back to Austin, and it's so crazy because I sat down on my sister's couch. And when I sat on her couch, I kid you not, on TV comes on Le Cordon Bleu. And I said, man, what's the odds of that really happening? And like people like, what? I'm like, bro, this is real ass shit happening. I pulled up to my sister's house, sat down. I didn't even unload my car. I just sat on my sister's couch and I was just sitting there just chilling, thinking about like, man, what should I do? Turn the TV on, and next thing you know, it comes on. I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, whoa, okay. So I get up, I go over there, and so I called my mom. And she was like, I can't really help you. And I'm like, all right, that's a bet. So I go to my auntie's house, and she was like, well, I'm your power attorney. And I'm like, what? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, say less. Call him back. I said, hey, man, I got somebody. Go over there, bring the papers back, sign up. February 13th was my start date. And they try to hold me, though. So when I get in there, they was like, man, once you take the program that's only like 8-10 months. And I was like, nah. I was like, what's this 15-month program? Oh, you can get your associates, but you don't have to worry about it. You just need to get a certificate. I'm like, nah, bro, I want that 15. I was like, if I'm gonna come in and do it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it all. Well, you know, I think it's about 50,000 for that one. I'm like, that's cool. I mean, if I'm not for to sit here and waste my time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And so they was like, okay, so that took a little issue with them on putting me in that program. But I mean, man, they was on me the whole entire time I was in there. And then once I entered culinary school, man, it was like shit. Oh Lord, man, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to nerds, I'm talking to everybody like, hey man, I'm trying to make sure I pass,
picking brains.
So I'm, going through, graduate, took care of business, and then that's why I ended up going to West End for my externship. And then I was working at like the steeping room. And then when I was at the West End, they was about to fire me because I was like, because I told the dude, because back there, dude came back there, he threw some mushrooms at me. He said, I need you to chop this up. I said, what? He walked back in the front, and I remember it was a homie right next to me. He said, man, you better do that for they fire. Like, man, this nigga came and threw this thing back like I'm a little bitch or something. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't finna cut nothing up. You can cut it up yourself.
Kitchen politics is crazy.
So I just pushed it back, and he came back there. Where's my mushrooms? He slammed the thing down. I was like, shit, same spot where you left them. You know what I'm saying? Like, not cut. Like, bro, you ain't finna trying to handle me like that. So next day, he was like, Chef Tony, rest in heaven, man. He passed away. He really taught me a lot, too. He said, man, look, I'm going to take you back here to the banquet and catering. I said, banquet and catering? I was like, what's that? And he was like, man, come back here. Bro, when I went back there, I was seeing all type of new food. I'm seeing, like, boards set up. I'm seeing different salads. I'm seeing different dessert. I'm like, man, what is this? And he was like, man, I was like, so it's something different every day? He was like, yeah. I was like, shit, this might be where I need to be at then, because if it's something new every day, I was like, so we get to, man, I'm seeing weddings, I'm doing everything. Like we even did Bush. She had a book signing down here in Austin. And so she came to the West End, man. They checked our background. They had a dog in there while we were sitting there plating up the food. I mean, we had to be searched before we could even walk in the room and stuff like that. So, man, that was pretty dope. And then so I ended up leaving. I left the West End because they came back there and the dude was like, man, we're going to need you to clean the walls. I said, clean the walls? I said, oh, nah, bro, I ain't cleaning shit. He was like, and I've been there for probably about a year now. And
so you started at the Western. And you had a person that also worked there that was doing like the catering for the events and things like that. And there was like two different like sections of the building, or not building, but two jobs within the same building. Like you had your staff that takes care of just the cooking of the actual hotel guests, and then you had a group that takes care of catering, like weddings and stuff like that and events. And he brought you to the events half.
So he brought me to the event side. So know, West End at the Domain, they have the Urban Grill. So they had the Urban Grill, and then they had on the backside, like you said, the weddings and stuff like that. And when I seen that, I was just like, and then I remember Steve Chiappetti out of Chicago. He's a chef. He do a lot of stuff, and he told me straight up, he was like, how you brand yourself is how you gonna pretty much live your life. He was like, you either gonna be Payless or you gonna be Gucci. And he was like, which one you want to be? And I was like, shit, nigga, I want to be expensive, nigga. I don't want to be Payless. Like, shit. I know time's going to get hard by the time I'm finally up there. So I was like, oh, no. So when he told me that, man, and old boy came back there and said, man, wipe these walls. I said, oh, nah, bro. I said, man, you got dishwashers over there that can do that shit. I was like, that ain't even in my job description. So the head chef called me to the back, and he was like, so you're not gonna wipe the wall? I'm like, nah, bro. I said, that's not a sign. I didn't sign up for that. So he was just like, okay, well, so I guess you gonna quit? I said, yeah, man, I'm done. So I walked out of there, but I was working at the steeping room. I went to the Pink Avocado, went to 34 Cafe. I went everywhere to soak up all the knowledge I can, because I knew my time frame on trying to get this business started and getting where I need to be was short. And so shit, when I seen that opportunity, I was sitting at the Capitol, and I had 2 phone calls. One was from Jamal Charles, but he kept calling me for like 2 weeks from a KC number, and finally he texted me, and I'm like, who's this dude keep calling me from KC? And he texted me, and I said, He was like, yeah, man, it's Jay Charles saying if you can come cook for me, I'll be back in town. And I'm like, all right, man, yeah, I'll cook for you. And I was like, man, send me an email. So he sent me email, jcharles25 at Yahoo. And I was like,
this can't be it.
Yeah, this can't be it. So I write him back, and he was like, man, send me the invoice and everything, and I'm going to take care of it. So I shoot him the invoice. He pays it. Bam. I'm like, damn, okay. I was like, man, send me your address. He sends me an address, and I'm like, nah, I'm still in disbelief. I'm like, man, they probably trying to, I'm like, whatever. So I pull up to his crib, you know what I'm saying? Well, I pull up, when you pull up to the gate, you got to tell the person's name anyway before they even let you in there. So I told him who I was in there for, Jamal Charles, and he was like, all right, let me in. And I pulled back and I walk in there, you know, he opened up the door. And I'm like, damn, this is real ass shit. Like Jamal Charles, for real. Like, oh, damn. And then I met my boy Jay Hill, that's the owner, founder of Collective, that he just opened up. He the one that trains a lot of the athletes and stuff like that.
Okay.
He got his own gym over there off of Congress, called Collective with a K. He doing this thing too, but me and him linked up, and I remember we both said in that house, we was like, bro, in 10 years, we're going to be in a position that we want to be.
That's lit.
And so he got Collective. You know, of course, my catering company is where it's at right now. And it's cool to just see where we both, you know, came from and where we at now. Still growing, still doing things. But like I say, like I tell anybody that's want to get in this industry, want to be a chef, like, man, just like any industry, man, you're going to have to put your blood, sweat, and tears in it. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. You don't want to do it, but you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so many people always say, well, that's what you went to school for, or that's what you love to do. Yeah, you can love it, and this is what you want to do, but shit, it has its moments where you like, shit, it'll break you. Shit, your career's still going to break you. Shit, that's anything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man. Shit, I always just knew, man, just stay grinding. Just stay on it, man. You're going to learn, you're going to fail. You're going to learn, you're going to fail, man. Just keep going.
No, for sure. And I think that I think people don't put stock enough into the trials when it comes to like going to a culinary school and how much that actually costs. I think people think like it's a trade school and you're going to get out with paying $10,000.
Man, them boys lie. As soon as you walk in there, they lie to you. They sit there and say, "Oh yeah, when you leave,
performable.
When you leave here, you're gonna make
When
you leave here, you're gonna make about $50K." Shit, nigga, when you get out of there, you're gonna be making like maybe 15 to maybe 20K coming out of there, and then you owe them 50. So I mean, like shit, you know. So yeah, man, it was a because I seen a lot of my homies that when we was going through there. And I kept telling them, like, hey man, like these people they trying to play us, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I would tell them, like, hey man, come over here. What you doing over there? Shit, nigga, getting my work done. Fam, you not got the homework, get this out the way, dog. We only got 15 months. 15 months is gonna come by fast, trust me.
Facts.
15 months came, it was 45 of us in that class, only 7 of us graduated.
And I tell people, like, I don't even get to have these conversations with people who really aren't really about the culinary kind of path, right? I tell people all the time, I know people who graduated culinary school from different facets, whether it be the Art Institute at the time and Cordon Bleu, and then whatever.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
I can't pronounce it to this day. But like, whether you go to that program, it's not guaranteed that you're going to finish it. 1, 2, you're not going to be able to afford it if, you know, there's just a lot of like stipulations that are involved in that. So it's always refreshing just to hear people's perspective, because I know people who graduated culinary school and ended up working in kitchens that I was their boss at. And I'm just like, damn, I didn't finish culinary school, but I know that I have the experience enough to exist in a kitchen that's super fast paced, you know? But yeah, it's refreshing.
Oh man, what they teach you in school, man,
it's not you're not in an environment to exist in a fast paced kitchen.
No,
you get the time and space to kind of like delegate whatever the instructor's telling you, but you don't get the opportunity to kind of like,
yeah. I mean, because even like the last little few classes that they have for you, like the last 3 months, you do pretty much, you know. You do like, you can either do bar, you can do restaurant, and it's like that's not even enough experience to tell you once you get into it. Cause shit, when I went to the West End, I'm over the dude told me make a dressing. I go get, you know, the whisk and the bowl, and I'm thinking I'm gonna whisk this in one hand. Next thing you know, he's looking at me laughing like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what you talking about? bro, this dude bring out this big ass tub and this thing called the bird mixer. I said, what is that? He said, we finna make your vinaigrette. I said, what, man? He dumped everything off in there one time. I said, oh, hell, shit. So I ain't got to worry about whisking? No. Oh, man. What? You know, like, okay, we in this now, shit. But yeah, man, what you learned in culinary school, bro, I'm not saying throw it out the window, but
absolutely.
Go ahead and throw that shit out the window because when you enter that kitchen, bro, it's like a dog.
That's a whole different fight. Bro, like you not, and that's gonna teach you on the fly either. Like if you have a culinary degree, they just assume you know everything.
Assume, and you know, it's so crazy. I think some of the people that are like, you know, some people that have graduated from culinary, that they know you graduated from, they know it. And that's why I feel like they also put you in situations knowing that, you know, either one, you're going to fail, or two, you're going to succeed. One or two is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's meant to break you. Once you leave culinary school, it's meant to break you. Because I done seen people, when I was in class, I mean, they making straight A's on everything they making because they got time, you know, in a way. You know, they got time to make this.
You get in the kitchen, that shit is a whole different story.
Man, I talked to some of these
put
people,
on apps.
They like, man, I'm a bus driver. I'm over here doing Uber. I'm over here doing this. Like, people like, man, I can't believe you still going, chef. I'm like, shit. Yeah. I knew once I left, like I tell everybody, I went to culinary school to get the paper, to get that certified, to let people know this is what I'm about. This is what I want to do.
Crazy.
The experience, this is where I'm at. Like, my experience came from, like, I came from a Southern hospitality type of cooking. My big mama, she was Southern cooking. Biscuits, everything from scratch, like no measurement when coming with cooking and stuff like that. So I grew up like that. I just went to culinary, you know, kind of shape up my skills a little bit, learn a little bit more about it. But other than that, like, shit, cooking was already in us. I mean, cooking is in us, period. Our ancestors were cooks. You know, we came up with the spices and all that stuff. So it's nothing new. It's just, you know, nowadays, you know, people want to see or hear, because I go to some of these homes sometime and let them know, yeah, man, I graduated LaCourte Blue, and they're like, oh my God, for real? And I'm like, bro, it'd be so hilarious. I'm like, yeah, man, I went to LaCourte.
Wow.
Yeah, because, you know, you got to think about it, like, the stereotype, and this is not down talking any black chef that's out there, like, and this is why I try my best to always, like, get away from the norm, you know, like barbecuing, frying chicken, doing a lot of stuff.
Thank you. I'm so tired of it.
Because, man, it's like they automatically, like, I remember I was cooking at a wedding one time, and I had did stuffed sea bass and some I think like chili bread short rib. The dude didn't even ask me are you cooking something else? He asked me this. He said, man, what y'all putting on the grill today? What y'all barbecuing?
Excuse me?
And I'm like, damn. I'm like, so this is what we think about? I was like, okay. And since then, like, I mean, even coming up, I ran into people and they were like, yeah, man, I got my own catering company. Oh, man, what you barbecuing? And I'm like, no, I ain't barbecuing, bro. Like, no,
I'm on a stovetop. I'm in the oven. Like, I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm moving around. I'm not slow cooking meat.
Exactly. So that's why I try my best to try to stay out of the norm. You know, like, I'll barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
normal everyday life for us. You know, exactly. that's every holiday. That's whatever. But that's not what I'm bringing to the table.
Exactly. Family reunions, we barbecue. Like, we had our grandmothers and aunties on the big old pits grilling for days. You know, potato salad, all that stuff. I want to show something else, and, like, I feel like my position in life right now is to show our people, like, hey, man, it's okay to think outside the box.
Absolutely.
Like, it's okay to cook different. It's okay to be different. Like, you don't have to be another fried chicken and waffle place, or, oh, man, let me open up another shop dealing with barbecue or this. Man, do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Find another path and do some other things. People want to eat, period. You know, there's a barbecue place on every corner. There's a chicken place on every corner. Like, be different from everybody. And it's just like, it gets tiring. So, like, I feel like what I'm supposed to do, especially in Austin, is just show people, like, hey, you know, not all of us are all about barbecuing and frying chicken. Like, you know, we can make some dishes.
Soul food is our food, but we don't have to be specialized in that.
Facts.
Right? I go home for soul food. I don't necessarily need to create it at a restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, up in Dallas, they got this place called Lolo in Dallas. Bro.
It's fire?
Oh, what?
Is it soul food?
I'm talking about Kool-Aid, the cornbread, bro. I was like, man, I felt like my big mom was back there cooking. I was like, bro, somebody grandma back there putting their foot in there. But yeah, man, I try to stay away from a lot of the soul food and try to cook everything, because And like even some people I cook for, you know, of course over time, you know, they open up to me, but you know, before I cook, you know, they'll kind of be kind of iffy because they like, oh man, I don't want to, you know. One dude was like, man, no. One lady said, for the waffles, is it gonna be Lego waffles? And
Excuse
I'm
me?
like, damn, what the hell, Lego waffles?
Yeah,
I
you
was
gotta get the mold. You gotta go get the mold.
I was like, nah, man. I was like, oh, okay, I see, and that's why, like, I come across it a lot, and that's why I try my best so much to try to display different types of food, different ways of cooking, different styles, cooking different things. Like shit, the craziest shit I didn't cook was some zebra, and that shit was
Whoa.
fire. Yeah, it was pretty fire.
Where you get the meat from?
It was so Trent Brown he's with the New England Patriots now. He had some, and he was like, "Hey chef, well, what can you do with this?" And I was like, "Well, what's the texture kind of like?" He was just like, "Man, it's almost like steak in a way." And I was like, "All right."
Is it a white meat?
Nah.
No, it's red.
Yeah, it's red. So I cooked it down, and kid you not, man, it tastes just
like steak,
like short rib.
Mm.
You can fry it like a chicken fried steak. You can eat it just like a steak. No, it's not even gamey neither.
Mm.
So yeah, it's pretty good. You know, water buffalo. I mean, shit, you name it. I didn't almost cooked it, or I came close to it. So yeah, man, I just wanted to stay open and just let my people see before I leave this earth. Like I want everybody to know,
absolutely.
Like, hey, man,
you can do more. You can do outside of that.
You can step outside your norm or step outside your comfort zone. It's okay. Like that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we built for this, and that's why I'm like, nigga, don't let these people corner you. And I'm not saying these people as like whites or anybody. I'm just saying in general, like anybody, don't let nobody corner you and make you feel like you got to be this way. You know what I'm saying? Because like shit, you see Kanye. You know, yeah, I know he's a wild one, you know what I'm saying? But
he don't let people put him in the box.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to be Kanye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether he got millions and billions, he's still going to be the same guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like everyone should be, because at the end of the day, I want to be around somebody that's genuine, that's 100. Like, don't be faking around me, because I'm definitely going to be me, who I am, you know? Like,
be me every single day. It's up to you to figure out.
Facts.
It's going to be up to you to figure out if you want to be around me. But I'm going to be me every single goddamn day.
True.
Wow. God, this is like, I told her before, I was like, this is going to be my favorite person to have on the podcast, just because I know you know.
Man, I appreciate that. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna let it out. You know, I'm gonna let it be known, man. Like shit. Like even when you know, Black Taste of Austin counseled me out past 8 years, man. I even voiced my opinion on that. Like I talk about
they did what? Excuse me?
Man, so my whole thing is like, I'm born and raised here in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and I've been cooking my ass off. I done cooked for a lot of different people. I done cooked at places that people wouldn't even imagine that, like you say, me being in that place, you know, like I said, when I told people I cooked at the Capitol, they was like, "Oh man, you cook at the Capitol Grill?" Like, nah, man, I'm cooking for the state reps. I'm the private chef for the guest speaker. Like, I wake up every morning to make sure his breakfast and his wife and everybody good to eat. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the state reps, you know, like cook the Zeta House. You know, like places that I shouldn't been. You know, UT cooking for them, cooking for Elon Musk, cooking for all type of stuff, and it's just like people that they got cooking for Black Taste of Austin cook under me, or have cooked underneath me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, you know, they're not even from Austin. So I mean, how can they be the Taste of Austin if they're not from Austin? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a slap in my face, and then I'm just like, you know, where's all this coming from? And so I just, you know, at the last year, I mean, I just kind of washed my hands with it, and I was just like, man, it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, y'all see me, and y'all know what I'm doing. So, I mean, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all need to do. You know, don't reach out to me a couple of years from now when shit is popping and everything's going like,
Facts.
oh, we want it. Nah, I'm good. Don't send me an invite.
Yeah.
It's going to be sent right back.
Facts. It's facts. And it's just, it's refreshing to have a conversation with someone, again, like I know you've been through it. I'm nowhere near your level. Nowhere near it. But I just know the journey. I know the ideal of everything, because I'm so I've created some kind of like pocket of where I'm expanding with food. Like I go eat everywhere. There's not a place in Austin that people really can say they ate that I didn't eat. You know what I mean?
Man, Wu Chow's my favorite spot.
Who?
Wu Chow.
Where's that?
Wu Chow downtown Austin.
I've never been there.
Wu Chow. Oh man, I love Asian food, man. Wu Chow go hard, man. On
What
food.
type of food? What type of Asian?
It's pretty much like in a way tapas, you know what I'm saying? But they bring out a lot of different food, man. I'm talking about like you can order everything on that menu and it's gonna hit.
Facts. Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Everything on that
I
menu.
said facts like I know what you were talking about. I said facts.
Oh, and Devil May Care.
Yeah, I'm not on his level. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, drop, man. Check them out, man. Check them. Look, hey, check them 2 places out, man. Let me know after you go to them. Go on. So for Devil May Care, make sure you go on Thursdays.
Okay.
It's and then Wu Chow. Oh man, you're gonna be in there eating. The mood be so set right. They could be playing like Lauryn Hill and you just in there vibing and eating good food, good drinks. And then Devil May Care on Thursdays, man. You're in there vibing, same thing. It's set up. You can eat, drink, stuff like that. But it's a real chill spot, man, to go to. So, but Devil May Care, you might want to set a reservations at least 2 weeks prior because,
I'm not doing that.
It stays packed.
I'm gonna show up, and then you're gonna either take me or not.
Oh shit!
They're gonna even give me an option or not.
Oh man, it's good, man. You enjoy it though, man. It's good. I love, like I said, Wu Chow and Devil May Care, man. Like,
is that top 2 restaurants that you would suggest for people?
Oh yeah, I would definitely suggest those 2 as my top. Of course, you got Eddie V's and Perry's, but that's like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be like, all right, bet what's something that's real good, that's Austin type situation, Wu Chow and Devil May Care.
You gotta write that down for me.
Oh yeah, Devil May Care has a jalapeno drink. Devil May Care has a jalapeno drink. Whew,
it's fire,
boy. I'm talking about. Just think about, you say when you hear jalapeno drink, you're like,
spicy.
Like, man, I don't want to drink that. I don't want to be, having to ask for water, bro. It's not spicy, but it hits. It hits. Yeah, it's good, man. I enjoyed it.
Dope. So, actually, we're gonna get into the gas stuff, but prior to that, what about like Korean barbecue places? Do you have a spot that you go to? Especially not here. Don't say here. Don't say Korea House. Charm is wild. Like, but outside of course Austin, do you have a space that you go to? Or do you like Korean barbecue? Let me ask that.
Not really. Be honest. I have never been to a Korean barbecue house. No cap.
Or space? Any Korean barbecue space at all?
I mean, I've been to a few, but I ain't never been because I'm real big, and it's real hard for me to
cook your food,
and then it's like a Chinese buffet on every corner, so it's like you almost like bunch them together. You know what I'm saying? And so, some people are like, hey man, this pho place in the Domain is real good. I go try it, and I'm just like, it's subpar. Like it's okay. I just feel like with Austin, they hype everything up.
Absolutely.
So it's like you got to figure it out yourself.
Cajun Eats.
Oh man, yeah. Oh man.
You don't have to say much.
Oh man, yeah. Hey.
Salute to them brothers, man. Like I love the environment.
Oh, yeah. I love how and it's no hate. Like I love how they have it set up, man.
I do too.
How they doing their thing out there and stuff like that. They sticking to what they're comfortable with doing. And, they brung a nice vibe
to Pflugerville. I grew up in Pflugerville, so I graduated from Pflugerville High School. Having an area that's in Pflugerville was abstract.
Oh yeah.
There's no way in hell the white folks is gonna let this happen 10 years ago.
Shit, man. Hell no. You already know that shit. You remember shit. I don't know if you remember, but the shit they had arrested 12 KKK members in Williamson County one year.
Yes, sir. Like they lived in Pflugerville. Like, you know what I mean?
So I was like, so when I seen it, I was just like, man, and like I said, I like the setup, I like the vibe that they
Absolutely.
bring. You know what I'm saying? It's another blacks that they stuck with what they knew and they did what they did and they capitalizing off of it. Hands to it. Me, it's just hard because I'm a chef. I love food, so
absolutely.
How they look at the food, I look at it different.
Yep.
And then you know, the vibe that they have is cool, but that vibe for me is kind of like, you know, too much for me. So that's why I mean, I ain't never been. You know, I've seen pictures. I had a couple homies that went up there and checked it out and stuff like that. But like I said, man, hats off to them twins, man. They definitely killing it.
Absolutely, and I think you can do both. I think you can hype them up, and like I've been there one time. But anytime I go to a restaurant, anytime I go to a place to eat, I order 2 entrees.
Yeah,
because consistency is key, right? So if you order 2 of something and both of them are bad, then chances are 3 or 4 are going to be bad.
Yeah.
But hey, again, I definitely shout them out because they created an environment where our people feel comfortable, and I shout that out for anybody. But
yeah,
just wasn't that for me.
Yeah, you know, it's, you know, it ain't for everybody. But like I said, you know, man, they definitely hit a spot. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
But you know, with Austin, man, Austin is steak Asian. That's really all you have in Austin: steak and Asian food. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know. Like I say, Perry's and Ruth Chris, that's everywhere in America. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, when it's dealing with Austin,
I didn't know that. I didn't know Perry's wasn't an Austin staple.
Nah, because I mean, Perry started in San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I didn't know it was not an Austin staple.
Now I'm gonna tell you the best New York strip I've ever had in my life. It came from J Prime in San Antonio. They actually built a J Prime here in Austin, downtown Austin. I don't know if it's gonna be the same, but bro, because I don't like New York strip because that's probably like the most
worst
toughest,
cut. It's the worst cut, and it's also the most I wouldn't say fattiest cut, but the fat isn't as refined into the meat
at all.
It's just on the side.
But bro, when I tell you this New York strip is a Wagyu, man, that motherfucker was like butter. I'm cutting through that thing and it's crazy because the dude told me, he was like, man, you should try this steak, this New York strip. I'm like, nah, bro. I said, New York strips are trash. I told him just like that. I said, man, they trash. He's like, nah, not this one. He said, if you don't like it, I'll pay for it. I said, what?
Bet.
Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? He come back, I'm halfway done. He come look at me. I'm like, man, just give me the check, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this hoe's fire. Like, he was right, but you can't pay me enough money to eat anywhere else like that. Like, J Prime, man, they got me. If I ever want to get a good New York strip, I'm going to J Prime.
So there are 2 different steak cuts that are quote unquote Wagyu. Mm-hmm. So you have your American and then you have your Japanese. I learned just recently, that Kobe is also like top level steak cuts as well. Not cuts, but like steak.
It's up there.
Produce, I guess is the word. But are you a big steak person, or are you more so?
Yeah, I love steak, man. That A5 boy, shit. We was up in Vegas. I was with Quandre Diggs. We had went up there for the Pro Bowl and stuff like that. He took all of us up there, and I was cooking for the week.
Was that the private jet one?
Nah, the private jet one with the boxer. We flew out of Miami. It was crazy. It was crazy shit about that, man. A lot of people don't even know about this. So. We get down to Miami, you know what I'm saying, we having a good time. We cooking and stuff like that. We're on our way back, you know, we all getting on the jet, and before we take off, shit, I didn't even know this shit that you can do this. Before we took off, he was like, nah, we ain't taking off yet. I ain't ate breakfast. This is what Charlotte said. He said, man, we ain't taking off. I ain't ate breakfast yet. He said, y'all hungry? He was like, yeah. So one of his partners get off the flight, go get us something to eat, right? Shit. It's so funny because Toby wife, Fat, she was like when
the rapper?
Yeah, we was all on.
We're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, the picture that I had posted on there, where it's Charlotte sitting down, I'm sitting on one side, and Toby on the other side. That was on the jet, but we sitting there, and Fat was like, "Have you ever seen, not being racist? Have you ever seen a Hispanic pilot?" And I had to sit back and think myself, like, have I ever seen a Hispanic pilot?
I ain't never seen a pilot before. Jesus Christ!
I was like, nah, I ain't never seen a Hispanic. Mostly, it is, white. There's flying. So I was like, so we sitting there, bring back the food. We start eating. Charlotte was like, hey, we can go now. My boy cut the plane on, bro. Right engine goes out. Nigga, what?
Right what?
Right engine goes out. So we was sitting there for about a good 30 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, so to get back from Miami to Austin is probably about a 2-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
the engine cut out within a 30-minute time frame of us. And I asked the dude,
Y'all was in the sky?
no, we weren't in the sky
I was
yet.
about to say,
No, we weren't in the sky yet. I asked him. I said, man, so what would happen if the engine would have cut off while we was up in the sky? He was like, we would have tried our best to land it. I said, oh, shit, hell no. So, because they had messed up, man, they ended up putting us on this other one, man. It was a real nice-ass private jet. We walk up, man, I'm talking about cold smoke coming down. I'm like, oh shit, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Cold smoke coming down. We got cold bottle of Fiji water in the holders already for us. I'm like, okay, shit. I ain't never been here before. I'm acting brand new too. Nigga, like, shit, what's this? I'm feet kicked up, you know what I'm saying? Like drinking the water. I'm like, hell yeah. We take off. I'm looking outside like, hell yeah, this is my first private jet. This ain't bad at all. But yeah, man, it was that, the first plane, man, thank God, you know what I'm saying, it didn't take off. But shit, that second one took off for sure. It was good. But it was a good time, man. But we was up in Vegas, and we went to this restaurant. We was over eating, and we had, they brung it out. Of course the steak is still raw, but it's thin sliced, and you put on this little rock. We was doing like that, bro.
That's basically Korean barbecue.
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah. And it's crazy because I ain't never, that's the first time. Yeah, it is the first time. But it was inside of a different restaurant. It was inside of a restaurant. It was like a steakhouse seafood type. But they had the A1, they had the A5 for you. So, they brung it out on the thing. I'm sitting there searing it, put a little seasoning on it. And I'm, man, not even, 1 second on each side. And I mean, bro, that was like the best ever. But, yeah, man, I'm a steak connoisseur type guy, man. Like, I used to be big on ribeyes, but after eating like Wagyu and all that, man, it's like it's hard to go to like Prime or Choice. Like sometimes Prime even have, man, they got a Wagyu pot roast in stores now. Shit, man, that's butter. Like anytime I can eat something that ain't, because you remember how roast used to taste when you were coming up. It still
It's
had
chewy
like,
as hell. Be the shit in your teeth and shit.
Yeah, it's just roast.
Just be whole half the roast be in your teeth.
Bro, not this one. That Wagyu
Vegetables fired.
Damn, vegetables always fire. The carrots, the potatoes, everything. You smashing on, and the gravy that it came in, you smashing that. Like
When you get to the meat, you're like, fuck,
man, I gotta eat this shit. Like, ain't no salt part on here. Like,
why you cook this for 10 hours and you this is a small ass roast.
And it's still hard. Like, damn, you think after 10 hours it would break down easy? So like, bro. Yeah, nah, with this one, man, you can cook it for about 4 or 5 hours, man, and it's gonna come out perfect. Real talk.
Wow. Let's get into gas prices. Speaking of fucking trips and time, and I can imagine what the fuck the gas was for the jet that you was on.
Shit, I can only imagine how much they charge for that.
The thing is, we have some of the best gas prices in the country right now.
For right now, till everything starts spiking up and going crazy.
No, right now we have some of the best. Like the 5 is one of the best in the whole country.
Man, shit, if you pump a 5 with premium shit, nigga, shit, 5 ain't the best. Shit.
You scroll down? Does it allow you to scroll down? There we go. So just regular for California is on average is $6.50. Where we at? Why does Hawaii have better gas than California? I don't know. I mean, like they have to drive anywhere.
Well, in Hawaii, man, when I went out there, I was in Maui, man. They do a lot of biking and like on a boat and stuff like that. They don't really do too much driving.
Oh, Texas is low compared, but still high. My
that's crazy.
My brother's wife is Hawaiian.
Oh, no.
And I was also born there, so I'm technically Hawaiian. I'm technically Hawaiian.
Man, I went out there. When I was in Maui, man. Them boys out there, man, it's all pretty much organic out there, man. Like we don't put nothing dirty on the when we go to the beach area, everything is clear out there, man. Everything is pretty much organic. Cause I remember I went out there, I got some. I was talking to the dude. I said, "Hey, man, can you get some Maui Wowie?" He was like, "Yeah, I got you." So I was like, "Bet." I was like, "Man, well, how y'all roll this up?" And he was like, man, we don't use papers or nothing. So he put this plant together for me. Real talk, put this plant together for me.
I believe it.
And he was like, just like this. And I was like, for real? Me and him both chief, and I was like, man, that's crazy, bro. Like, oh, like he was like, yeah, man, we don't do tobacco, none of that. I was like, man, that's what's up. But yeah, man, that was real loud. But that's crazy how expensive gas is, just period. Like, and it seemed like it just jumped overnight. Like you woke up at $3, and next morning you get up, it's like $6. You're like, damn.
It's fluctuating, and this is like, so I think the first column is just regular.
Mm-hmm.
Second column is like premium, and then premium plus, right? So like the first, so for Texas, like regular is the 4, whatever, premium's the 5, and then 5 plus, and then whatever is after 5 plus, I don't know, but it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Because Texas is so big, like you travel clearly to Houston from Austin often, like.
Man, Dallas, I love driving to Dallas because Dallas is a straight shot. You get on 35 and you go 85 and you
I'm
smashing
so
it.
opposite of driving. I love going to Houston,
Man,
off of 290 with two roads. I just would rather focus on 2 roads than 18 lanes.
Man, the reason why is just because, man, too much of that stopping and going for me, man, just like, you know, it allow you to get up to 75, you going 75, 80, and then all of a sudden within like, as soon as you reach 80, it's like, all right, got to make down to 55 because
I love that shit.
Because you're going to a small city, and I'm like,
I love it.
So it frustrates me with Dallas, like, you know, Dallas is straight shot, you know. But I love Houston. You know, I'm in and out of Houston a lot, cooking Houston.
What about Katy area? Because we did, we actually traveled. I think it was like, it's been 3 months now or 2 months, Robin. 2 months.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months. So we stayed in Katy. Just what? Oh,
Sorry.
we were in Katy for like 2. Was it 2 months ago? I don't remember. It felt like so long, but close ago.
Yeah, I think it was about 2 months ago.
2 months ago, when we stayed in Katy in this area where there's mad restaurants, like mad places. So we just tried everything.
I think I know you're talking about my fiance, her sister and her husband stayed like as soon as you come into Katy, like off in that new area that I think you're talking about. It's like a new built.
There's like a
built area.
casino. Help me.
I think there's just like I know there's like a Walmart, there's like Whataburger, there's like Wing Park, there's like a Home Goods, there's like
There's mad shit where we were, and I don't know where it was.
yeah. If you was in Katy, that probably was the area, because I mean they also have like over there was also like a whiskey cake. There was also like
There was mad. There was shit on the right. There was shit
Yeah.
on the left. There was shit up here, but you weren't in Houston. And the person we checked in with when we got to the hotel was like, she had just moved there or had moved there very, very recently. It was like, yeah, I heard Houston's dangerous. And my say was like, that's why we're in Katy.
that's all we said in Katy. Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, you look at it, shit. I mean, every place is pretty much dangerous in so many ways. But you know, definitely, you know, Houston gonna give it to you.
Listen, I remember going to the liquor store, a liquor store in North, probably I guess more south than at that time, but next to Top Golf on North Houston, and there's a liquor store there, and they were selling Girl Scout cookies. And I was like, to each his own. Like for the girl doing the Girl Scout cookies, but the father was also there, and I was like, all right.
Man, them Girl Scout cookies, boy, they some hustlers, boy. They can sell some cookies, but
They might sell you some cookies in the restroom. I don't fucking know.
I know the next time they out, them cookies probably gonna be almost $10 a box for sure. Cause shit, gas prices hitting them too. They gonna be like $10 a box. Like what? $10 a box?
They might even give you a cookie box with nothing in it, and they tell you where to come get it.
Yeah, like meet me on the back. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But we just gotta, you know, shipments and all that, man. It's
Yeah,
shorting
just
us.
pull up to the crib. You know
We got you.
what they do at GameStop. They don't even give the shit like the actual game in the game, and they
Oh,
just bring you
man.
to the counter. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just gas is definitely.
What was it?
I see. I looked up Shawtown. We went there
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Oh, where to go?" It's like the Baby Herds area. see that Walmart and that Sam's Club. That's the Walmart that we went to get that cooler. It's like Kidwood Club at the park. That's the area. It's like the prime.
Yeah, I don't know where we are, but I randomly guessed a place to stay for the hotel. The hotel area was nice. Like I liked it. So
You ready to eat Hawaiian food and Cajun like at the same time? Fuck it up.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, you gotta calm down. Like we can't do both in one night.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I wanted everything. Like we were in there, we were at the hotel. I was like, all right, this is our food journey. We're gonna do Cajun, we're gonna do Hawaiian, and we're gonna do everything else. And she was like, you gotta pick one.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely off in that area because like where they live at, it's a lot of different like food places right there. And like you said, there's a Sam's and a Walmart, like Home Goods, Wingstop, and there's like some other stuff too. That's
I think that area might be the same. Sounds like Katy.
yeah, no, that's all Katy. Because Katy's only like 2 hours and like 10 minutes from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we didn't make it to Houston.
Nah.
The Cajun spot was so much fun.
They were like 55 more minutes.
It was New Orleans Kitchen. New Orleans Kitchen
Okay.
was the name of the restaurant. Orleans Kitchen.
Orleans Kitchen. Mm-hmm. Oh man, they got a new. Somebody said it's a restaurant called the Walk-In or something like that.
I'm sure they knew everything all the time there because they like culture. We don't like culture. We take culture.
We do. We definitely do that here.
Orleans.
Yeah, Orleans Seafood Kitchen.
Okay.
It was actually really good. I think like anytime I go to a restaurant, like I just order mad shit. You know, like I don't really care what it really is gonna taste like. I just be ordering shit, and me and her don't have the same kind of taste buds, so I just order mad shit.
Yeah, that's I mean, I go to places, but like I say, Wu Cha, I try to order like the whole menu. Like I'm getting everything on there. I'm going in. Yeah, that's my spot. Like if I ain't there, then I'm normally probably at a Mexican spot. We do love Mexican food. Lupe's is pretty good.
Lupe's tacos or just Lupe's?
Lupe's got some good margaritas. I ain't even cap. Like I don't know what they put in them damn margaritas, but the boys know what they do.
Put enough.
They put enough. But yeah, man, I love Mexican food and Asian food. That's my shit right there.
Any Asian restaurants you really like fuck with here? Like Charm has become something that I never expected it to. Charm is a Korean barbecue place, all you can eat barbecue place in Pflugerville. It's like adjacent to the fucking like funeral home. Like it's a weird.
Yeah, like what y'all doing?
It's right there. Like so, restaurant. Then you go past it, funeral home, like whatever. But
Yeah, I ain't never been there.
yeah, it's a weird. Like that whole little plaza is like weird because it's like a bunch of like different like startups. So you have like your Black Salon there. You have your Mexican market. You have like everything's like there. You have your Korean barbecue place. It's a weird dynamic there, but yeah,
man, I ain't never been to a hibachi grill.
You never been to hibachi?
Nah, man. I mean, I've been to a hibachi grill when I was like in DR, like that's on the resort or something like that. But as far as like going to a hibachi grill,
Hibachi?
man, I never been to one. I just never like. I don't know. I don't really like one. I hate sitting that close to so many people in one area at a spot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I kind of when I go to restaurants or when I sit down to eat, like if it ain't like a group of us because we agreed to meet there,
Yeah.
then I'm more like, nah, man. I just want to just me and my.
That's not normal hibachi experience. That's only busy Friday night, Saturday night experience.
Okay.
So there's Kobe Steakhouse that's in. I think it's technically Cedar Park, but it's like more so like Austin North-ish.
You talking about right there about L'Enfanterre?
No, that's Tokyo.
Okay.
So Tokyo Steakhouse is over there, and then you have Kobe's. That's like technically Cedar Park, but they're both hibachi grills. So that experience is only if you go when it's busy because they're supposed to fill every seat. You go there on Tuesday at fucking 7:30. Like it's just you two. You have the whole grill.
Okay. So I'm about to check that out. Yeah, that's the reason why I never went. 'Cause I'm just like, man, it's just too many people. Because when I was what was it? Well, I was in Jamaica actually when I went to Hibachi.
You just
here.
keep shitting on me. He's like, yeah, I've never been hibachi. I'm like, hibachi is fire. You know, I was in Jamaica.
Yo, because that's what I experienced. But when I was there, it was just like a group. It was like a group of us. Like it was some people from England and stuff like that. We all around this thing. I'm like, man, this is cool. But I'm like, damn, there's a lot of people at this table, bro. Like damn, like shit. You know, so.
No, you guys have to go, like, you and your girl, you have to go, like, middle of the day, random late day on, like, a Wednesday or Thursday. Like, it's not like that. It's literally could be just you two. Chef is the cook guy who does all the shit, flips everything, flips the egg in your mouth. Don't do that. But
oh no, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out during the week.
It's basic, I would say, Chinese food. But like the experience is the experience of them cooking it on the stovetop for you. It's like the opposite of Korean.
It's crazy that you say that because when I do go out to eat, my girl used to always be like, "Babe, why you always want to go on like a Monday through Wednesday?" And I'm like, when you walk in here, you know what I'm saying, not trying to be funny, like, what do you see when you walk into these restaurants?
Nobody.
She's like, yeah, you know, you might see like a lonely woman at the bar by herself, or like maybe a little couple over to the side. I'm like, yeah, like basically everybody just because they know Monday through Tuesday it ain't gonna be too many people just coming into a restaurant
They
just
can spread
eating.
you out.
You know what I'm saying? So we walk in there, it's like you almost got the whole restaurant to yourself, just sitting in there. And like you said, come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's turned up.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know. I'm around people 24/7, so I'm already like, nah, man, I don't really want to be around a lot of people. Can we just?
That's the scene.
Yeah, so I'll be trying to go. I'll be trying to go at random times, random days. Like you wouldn't expect. Yeah, let's go Tuesday to over here to go eat. Like at 12, like yeah, ain't nobody gonna be there. Walk in there is dead, but you're the only person in there, so this food better be fine.
And you get their best version of their food because,
Facts.
like, when you go on a Friday, Saturday, unfortunately, restaurants can't keep up this TikTok thing. Like they have to exist based off their experience. So whoever pays the most gets served the best.
Man.
When you go on a Tuesday, on a random Tuesday, you order whatever you order. They got to push it out the best they can.
And that's why I be telling everybody, man, make sure you tip well. Whether you order food to go or pick up food or however you do it, make sure you tip well, man. Because like in the end, them people, they take on to that. You know what I'm saying? They look at that and like, oh yeah, this table only tipped me $5. Bet that service gonna be trash, and that's why a lot of these restaurants end up getting those low stars because it's like, well, this person only tipped me $5, and they didn't have me go to the back get them water, had me go to the back get all this for them. I'm doing all this for them, and you only gonna tip me $5. So what do you expect from me to do? You know what I'm saying? And
I worked in the restaurant industry as a server for a long time before I even got to the culinary stuff, right? I know.
so it's like,
I know.
So I was like, damn, how you expect for me to give you good service and you only gonna give me? I'm busting my ass. Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, service that's how a lot of them make their money. You know what I'm saying?
The current average for like the minimum wage for a server is $2.13.
Yeah.
Right. Average for a hourly person is $7.75. Now I think it raised up 7 cents.
And it's crazy, bro. When I first heard how much servers were getting served, because I didn't find out until I was helping open up Meltzer's, and that closed down. But I was helping open up Meltzer's, and I was hearing how much the servers were getting paid. And I'm like, wait a minute, run that number by me again. I said, they really getting paid like, I was like, damn, so that's why they be busting their ass trying to, you know, get them tips. Like, hey, you know, shit, $2, nigga, shit, you work 40 hours, shit, what's that? Barely not even 200 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so the ideal of a server is to work enough hours to carry their taxes. So if you work 40 hours and you get paid $2, whatever, that carries your taxes. So everything out that you want the tips. The tips is yours. You don't tax the tips. You know what I mean? So as a server, would y'all rather somebody write it on a credit card or give you cash? Because you don't legally, you're supposed to write how much cash you make every day. Every single server in the universe gives 14% of what the cash they made that day. Yeah,
14%.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what they write. They write that amount because you have the people who are like, "Would you rather have?" and you have the people like, "Here's $4. Here's $5. Let me write out $2. that $2 is way more valuable than that $5 in the eyes of the government. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man.
And then you have to think those servers also do have to take care of taxes too. Like, we still get taxed.
Man, I see why servers be so hot. I be hot too. like nigga, y'all better, man. When
I did all this work, you gave me $2.
I'm gonna tell you like this: when I open up my soul food restaurant and my other restaurant, when I open them things up, man, it's gonna be an automatic like, nigga,
gratuity.
It's gonna be on there. Whether you one person or two people, it's gonna be a gratuity added on there regardless. $10 to $20 or however much is gonna be added on there. If y'all want to add some more on there, y'all can. But like, yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you one time I took my fiance up to we went to this restaurant in Dallas called Nick and Sam's restaurant. They got some good food there too. So they had already added gratuity on, and I told them, well, I didn't know yet. So I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna give you a tip. So I gave him $40 cash tip. Then all of a sudden he come over, gratuities added on there too, and I was signing, not paying attention. The dude charged me another $40 for tip. Like he got $80 from me, so I know everybody else. So that table by itself, but I do give it to Nick and Sam's, and I like the way they had everything set up at Nick and Sam's. The way Nick and Sam's is set up is like, bro, you look one way, there's another server coming this way, server coming this way. I mean, like they dropping food in for you at the same time.
That means that all the servers are gonna have to split that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Because the main server he came out, he showed us everything, he showed us the stuff and everything, and then after that, like the rest of the servers just coming in, dropping food, picking food up, grabbing stuff for you, doing all this. So I'm pretty sure that table alone, say they made about $300 off of us in tips. I know at least 150 going to the main guy, and then
that's not true either. Because like, when it comes to like serving tables, and we're gonna get off the subject here shortly because it's giving me PTSD. But like if there's multiple people that are going to be working on a table, right? Mm-hmm. Every role is delegated, but everything is equal. So if you're a good server, you're gonna lead with the best server you guys have in your group, right? Because rooms are rooms. Like each room has a server. Each room also has another server. Like if every room is broken up, each section, right? Oh, so if you guys take up a certain amount of space, right, you're gonna have a certain amount of different servers, and you might have the server that comes pick up shit. Mm-hmm. No, there's still a server, regular server, but they don't want to deal with the money stuff. They want to deal with the just picking up shit. But you think they're the less version, but no, the same server was like, yo, I got here at 3, I'm annoyed, I don't want to work right now. All right, just be the pickup.
That's crazy.
You pick up everything, and that's your job, and you're still going to equally balance out what everything.
Oh man, nah. God dang. I mean, I'm glad I've heard this. So, once I open up my stuff, man, like I'm gonna make sure my servers are taken care of, man. I'm gonna make sure they good, man. I ain't even gonna hold them like that. I'm gonna make sure they good, like, cause that's crazy, man. Like, I know you gotta look at your bottom line and stuff like that, man. But at the end of the day, man, like I feel like everybody want to come work in a good environment. Everybody want to come, being happy to work in an environment. You know what I'm saying? But if you already, I feel like you're degrading somebody. They sit there and see $400 off a tip on one table, and you're taking 14% of that. And as an owner, I'm like, we already making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with going ahead and be like, all right, I'm gonna take 2%. You know what I'm saying? Y'all deserve that money. Y'all worked your ass. Y'all working hard for me. Appreciate you for busting your ass for me for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just my mentality, especially like with my catering company. Like, if I ask somebody to run to the store for me or run to the what's name, they say, hey, this is what it costs, $10. I'm gonna throw an extra 10 on top of that because I'm like, appreciate you doing that for me in the first place, or appreciate you doing this or taking care of it. It's just like, man, this food industry and just in any industry, man, like you gotta value them people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta value people that's willing to bust their ass and bust their necks for you, man. And I feel like what happened with so many owners, they get so complacent to the point where it just feels like, you know,
You do this, you do that.
Yeah.
I paid you to do that, right?
I'm the big dog. I'm the one that's writing your checks, and you need to do this. Like I own you, and it's like, because even some of the people that I've cooked for, you know what I'm saying, like I had to part ways with them because they automatically felt like they owned me when they paid me. You know what I'm saying? And I was cooking for this one athlete up in California, and he came to me. He was like, "Yeah, man, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sign you to the contract, and you can make about 120 a year." And I guess he thought I was gonna be excited about that shit. I was like, 120. I was like, bro, hell no. I was like, you know, not trying to like sound cocky or nothing like that, but dog, my company made way more than that. Nigga, I'm finna cut my own fucking hand off.
Yep.
I was like, nah, I'm good on that. And he was like, what? I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I'm no one's bitch in this industry. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, there's a reason why I chose to do my own company. You know what I'm saying? Because I can make my own choices. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I'm good on that, bro. Shit, I brought my ass back home. Shit, for real. I was like, I'm just up here just to cook for a couple of weeks for you. I ain't know that you was trying to like, you know, take over. He was like, yeah, man, like LeBron, he got his. I'm like, bro, you see, LeBron is two different players. I'm pretty sure he paid it. I'm pretty sure he paid his chef millions
Yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like paid his chef millions to come, you know, drop everything she did. Like, bro, like, I know you got some money, bro, but nigga, 120, bro, nah. Like, if I had nothing else going on, then cool, I would have taken that. But nah, bro, like, nah, I'm all right. Back to Austin I go. Shit.
And I think that like that idea will work on a one scale version of things, right?
Yeah.
So just working in restaurants and understanding what that dynamic looks like is I'm the GM, I'm the manager, you're still the server, right? So any plight that a server can bring isn't going to be enough to get to whoever is the, you know, top of the rack or whatever. And I've seen people serve tables and cry because like the people that they're serving hated them. I've been in situations where like, because the guy I've served at a high level, I've served at restaurants and I've done a lot of different things, but like I've seen people ask for a different server because of their ethnicity. I've had people be like, yo, you're black, you're Hispanic, can we get a white server, please?
Ooh.
And what are you supposed to do? Go to your manager, and what your manager gonna do? Get them a white server.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you right now. When I open my restaurant or my food, like if one of my servers ever come to me and say, "Hey man, they just told me they didn't want me serving because I was black or I was Hispanic," I'll walk over there to them politely and like, "Well, I guess you.
Let me escort you out."
Yeah, I guess you're not supposed to be in my establishment because that's not how we roll over here. And you know, like whether you write me a 1 star or not, I'm gonna take that, but. Like, nah, we can't serve you because, like, everybody in this place is equal. I don't know where you're getting that from or where you feel like that's okay to say or do, but it's not. You know, like, I've always been like that. Like, never look down on somebody like that, period. Like, I would never look down on somebody that's pumping my gas, you know what I'm saying? Because that could be me one day. I'd never look down on somebody that's washing dishes because that could be me one day, you know what I'm saying? So I always, you know, and the way my big mama raised me is always stay humble, always, you know, stay in your lane and just stay true to who you are, you know, and I've always lived by that, you know. Now I will sometimes, you know, like I say, you know, Black Taste Austin, they the only ones that ever got underneath my skin.
That's the only smoke that.
That's the only place I sent some smoke to. I was sending all type of smoke signals, but it's like, you know, I had to calm myself down and understand, like, you know, hey, at the end of the day, you know, it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped it. I didn't, like I said, last year was my last year, and I was just like, man, it's cool. You know, y'all not stopping me from getting where I'm getting or where I'm at. So, you know, it's just like, damn, but. You know, fuck it, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do what we do, and you know, I just love seeing my people. Period. I just want to see everybody grow and understand, like, we're not in competition
At all. Like, at fucking all.
Like we all gonna be buried in the same 6 feet. Ain't nobody gonna have 7 inches. Ain't nobody gonna have 8 inches. Nigga, 6 inches that we all gonna be buried in unless you want to be cremated. One of the two's gonna happen, but we all gonna be in the same place when time is done. And it's like, and I think that's one of the biggest problems in Austin, to be honest, is like you have a group of people that feel like, you know, oh, because I got some change in my pocket, you know, I'm wrong with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Like I'm
The
this.
dogs are way bigger outside of this city.
Who you tell? Man, look. You know what's so crazy? It's so so it's a few people in Austin, and you know,
Tons of people.
tons of people in Austin that feel like they in the crowd of people that you know
Can't be touched.
They in the big dogs. I'm gonna let them know right now. I cook for several people, between Austin, Houston, and Dallas. That if anything needs to be shut down, they can shut this shit down.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
y'all hear him?
You feel me?
Y'all hear him?
And it's like
You heard him?
like in order for them to bring businesses in here, in order for them to bring anything in Austin or Dallas or Houston, they got to run it through them. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like I cook for those people, and it's crazy because I see people out there and they be like, you know, yeah, I'm this, and I'm just like, man, I cook
Ain't nobody shit.
like you know how many
You sold plates for 3 weeks now, and now you just a queen plate seller.
Hey, seller, man, I got it. I'm the man. I'm gonna like, nah, man. It's like, stop it. I like, and it's, you know, so crazy. I be watching IG and Facebook sometimes. I just be shaking my head because I'm just like, as much like putting on the stunting that these people are doing. I'm like, what are we actually doing for like our community, our people? Like the 11 years I've been cooking, I didn't put on for more my people than the people that they putting on for the people. I did drives. I didn't like shit. That one time when the storm hit us, and I'm watching you know companies. I feel like, why are you even asking for donations? You should be willing to
Taking
give
care
food
of
out.
shit.
Like I forgot how many plates I gave out. I think it was like over 150 some plates I gave out. I had everybody hitting me up. Hey man, I could donate. I'm like, no, I don't need your money. They was like, well, how can I help? I was like, man, just repost. When I'm reposting, let people know. Come by the kitchen, pick up a plate, and we good on that. I don't need no money. I'm seeing people borrowing money. I'm seeing people getting donations for this, and I'm like, but y'all riding around in these luxury cars, y'all, you know, over here taking trips over here, and I'm like, y'all asking for donations, like shit.
Phonies.
You feel me? I'm like,
How do you spell phony? Robin, how do you spell phony? Phoney? Is that how you spell phony? Phony.
Man.
People are phonies. Man. And I hate it. Especially this city. Not especially. There's mad cities that experience this. But like, people are phonies. People really, 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 really think that because they post on social media, that's it.
Yeah. Nah.
We know you in real life.
Yeah. We know you in real life. Like, yeah, that's not you. And like I say, like, my biggest thing, man, I hate when people do this. You know, like if they giving some money to somebody in the street, they posting it on IG.
Yep.
Like, shit, people don't even know this. And you know, like during the time when it was like rough out there for a lot of people, I seen this is when the homeless people were all on there. You know, Riverside, it was lit
with the tents and shit.
Yeah, with the tents. So
before the little order that the police had made,
which was messed up, but
still messed up.
Big messed up. How you allow them to build homes and then
tear them down because you don't feel comfortable?
So where do you think they're gonna go?
Back here.
You know what I'm saying?
To Killeen, to Georgetown, to all the outside cities that don't have any mandates. Of course, we had the opportunity as a city in Austin to take care of these people, and we decided to say, fuck it.
Check this out. So, and this ain't me trying to, stunning it, but
we started to.
I went to Dubai, and when I went over there,
wait, you said start or stun on me?
No, so I'm not trying to stun.
Oh, you stunning on me already?
No. So I went to Dubai.
Where haven't you been?
So I went to Dubai, and I went over there, and like I'm talking about, everyone is working. Everyone, somebody's cleaning the floors, cleaning the windows, cleaning the restrooms, sweeping up. Everybody's driving a taxi cab or driving something. Everybody's working. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has a job. Everybody has somewhere to be.
Everybody, and and then what's crazy is that the people that don't live inside Dubai, they bust them into Dubai type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's working. You feel what I'm saying? And so I get back to the States and I'm sitting and I'm thinking to myself, like,
The States.
like we have money to take care of like a lot of this shit. And
We gave billions to Ukraine that no one even talks about anymore. That was like a war that we talked about for like 3 weeks, and then like
we got a war. We have a war within our own country, and we're not even trying to fix that.
we don't get billions to us.
We're more like, nah, it's okay. Let's go ahead and give it out. But when I went over there, I was seeing how clean it was. I'm like, damn, everybody working. It's like, man, everybody's working. There's not one person that's not working. I didn't see, as I'm rolling around, I didn't see one person begging for cash. I didn't see one person. I'm talking about everybody's working, washing cars, wiping windows, sweeping out somebody. Like everybody's working over there. And you get back over here and you just like, damn, dog, American. That's why they shit on us. That's why they look at us weird and they like, y'all lazy. We are lazy because we're too lazy to pay people to take care of stuff that shit over in Dubai. They got people. I'm not finna do it, but I'm gonna pay you to go ahead and clean this wall. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and pay you to wipe these floors up for me. I'm gonna pay you to go ahead and take care of this for me. You know what I'm saying? But to say this was when they had all those tents up on Riverside. I was just like, damn, that shit sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if they ate. You know, it was probably a good like 30, 40 of them over there.
There was tons. I'm telling you, we were in City Hall area, right? And there was a protest
Going
and
on.
they put like the tents around City Hall, and there was like mad people who were for it, and there was people against it. I'll tell you this: like I think my ideals were like kind of split because like that whole area was like around college students.
Yeah.
Do I need homeless people hanging out at UT? No.
But they was over there on the lady. See, when they started walking up on people at the Lady Bird Lake, that's when they was like, oh, we gotta change. We gotta go ahead and get them kicking. But I was like, man, they look, So I drove up and I was like, man, they ain't gonna want to eat no damn Taco Bell and no Burger King. So I was just like, man, Popeyes is right there. So I pulled up Popeyes. I was just like, man, I want everything y'all have that's ready right now. Like, I don't want to have to wait for no fried chicken. I don't want to have to wait for anything being fried. I said, what do you have on hand right now? And the dude was like, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, from your chicken sandwiches to your biscuits to your tenders, everything that's right now ready for me to grab. Like, what do you have? He was like, man, let me ring it up real quick. He rung it up. And he was like, man, you sure? I was like, man. He was like, where are you taking this? I said, man, I'm taking it over to these people right here. And he was like, what? Bro, kid you not. Gave me a 30% discount on what I paid, threw in extra drinks, threw in extra dessert for the people, did everything and two of the workers rolled me over there. I was in my van, rolled me over there to make sure we handed. And crazy shit I seen, we dropped the food off, and like you think people start going crazy. Oh shit, we got food. It was two people that walked up and they had made everybody else get in line. Like you get on the line, you get in line, and they was like passing the shit out. And I'm sitting there watching like, damn, that's crazy. Like, these people can bum rush and be like, no, I'm for to eat. I want this.
These people aren't savages. They just have found a space that exists.
Facts. And for me to see how structured that was, I sat there for a little bit and see how structured they had that shit and passed out all the food for everybody to eat. I was just like, bro, all you got to do is give these people direction and they gonna be okay.
Give these people a space.
You know what I'm saying?
But also, I can also be very critical on these ideals as well, because there's a documentary that exists right now about people who are homeless and they choose to be that way. Like, that's it.
Well, shit, the way the world is going right now, shit, it's like soon as
they literally chose to be this. It was like, you know what? Fuck structure. We don't want help. I don't want housing. I want to be here. Oh, we get a free meal. Chef Gil is here. Let me get a meal.
Shit, it's like as soon as you fall asleep and wake up, there's a new bill that just came in. Like, damn, what? When this bill come from? I gotta pay what? Like, shit. Y'all gotta figure out a way, y'all. I'm about to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
But yeah, man, this life, man. Life is crazy, man. Like I say, at the end of the day, man, live your life, take care of business, man. Try to stay true to yourself as much as you can, man. And man, just really just shit, be you.
Be you, existing you. Like, if you do you enough, something will happen. But if you also believe in you, something else will happen.
Yeah, Cause I mean, because like I said, social media and all that, yeah, that's cool. People gonna see that, but when somebody run up on you and meet you, like the real
Yeah.
comes out right then and there, and it's just like
People are phonies.
your true colors show at that point. So
Phonies.
sometimes people say, like I remember my ex, she used to always tell me, she was like, Gil, you ain't afraid if you say something that something might happen or what? I'm like, man, if I ever sugarcoat anything I say, then I wouldn't be who I am. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
If I don't say it the way it comes out, then I was lying to you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, man, I grew up. A woman that raised me was an activist. Like she got the first park built on the east side on Nichols Avenue. She had that park built.
Wow.
Like when she passed away, she had governors, mayors sending in flowers, sending in letters. Like she got awards. She done spoke at different places. She done did so many different things. So it's like, you know, shit. I had no choice but to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? I can't be nothing
Absolutely.
less. So, you know, that's life, man.
It's life. You can't get away from this kind of conversation. I want to get in with you, right? You're currently married or in the process of that, right? You got the opportunity to propose on the stage with who?
Oh, Toby. Yeah. That's my guy. That's my guy right there, man. It's crazy because she actually, well, the craziest thing is we was riding one day. And I said, man, I'm tired of listening to this music that's on right now. I was like, it's the same shit over and over.
I had never heard him before.
And so she was like, have you ever heard of Toby? And I'm like, man, who is Toby? And so she put a song on.
You can go to his page.
So she put a song on. And so I was like, okay, I like how you
That's
spitting.
him?
I was like, I like how you spitting. I was like, okay, you sound good. And then one day she was like, well, you know, you probably gonna be able to cook for him one day. And I was like, that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say like probably like 3 or 4 months later, man. No, we went to the concert, and then after the concert, 3 or 4 months after that, man, I ended up cooking for him. And then like shit, after that, man, we just, you know, me and Toby, we just been, you know, ride. We chop it up a lot. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk back and forth. You know, I do cook for him, man. He's a real good guy, man.
Go to just the
follow through.
actual.
You know that
Is that still on there?
so you know this picture right here?
Mhm.
That's where the one where he did with Paul Wall.
Oh, shit.
Remember I don't know if you've seen that video, but that's where he had did the first video that came out. That
Oh, with
everybody-
him and Paul Wall?
Yeah, that
Those
was-
stairs.
Yeah.
He was on the stairs doing the crazy shit. Paul Wall went off. He went
He-
crazy.
And you know what's so crazy? When I went in there, I thought it was bigger than what it was on TV.
It ain't it.
Nah, it's small. It's small, but the way they did it though, that shit was live, man. Yeah, both of them, that guy on the right, they're both film directors, but they doing a Father's Day thing that they gonna release actually Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Of different fathers, but they both big guys in the industry as well.
Where can we see the proposal stuff? Is that on your regular page or the actual Chef Gil page?
It should be on my regular page.
Hit the search bar. Top left. Top right. Or just go to my DM. Actually, go to the other side. Top. I think, right? This is your regular page.
Yeah.
You scroll down. Maybe. I thought that was the most fire thing ever. Like, you on stage, surprising her. Like, I thought that was fire. Like, you can keep on down.
It's like it'd be easier if I got videos, right?
I don't know. I don't
probably-
know how to use the
probably-
internet.
Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, I don't, oh well, yeah. You probably gonna have to scroll down.
Scroll.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
To the right.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, I checked this out.
And you know, so crazy. He sent me this video the next day after the thing. He sent me the photos and this right here. He had edited. His boy had edited and everything for me and sent it to me the next day.
Wow. We'll just watch it. We don't have to do the sound. Although I tried to do the sound.
It was crazy because we had went to my boy Diggs. He had gave some tickets to go watch him play against the Texans, and I was trying to throw her off the whole day before she wouldn't know what was
How
going
was
on.
that?
Man, she was so
Stressful.
she was so frustrated. She was like, "Why you got me going to a game? Why you got me going over here? Why are we doing all this? Like, what is God?" You know, it's just like, man, just chill. It's all gonna make sense at the end of the night. And she goes on stage and she's just like, she's sitting there, she's stunned, like she don't know what's going on, bro. Like she's just like, I don't know, you know, like you can barely hear though. It was just crazy too. You can barely hear anything that's going on up there. And he kind of taps on her shoulder to tell me, you know, to kind of go back. And that's when I walked back a little bit. And this is around the time, I got on my knee. The crowd started getting crazy. And she can't even hear nothing watch because she finna say, huh? See? Yeah, but she didn't know. Yeah, Fat was lit back then, man. Man, they hella cool. Toby and Fat, man, they ride for us, man. We talk, like I said, we talk a lot and stuff like that, and good people, man. Like I said, I love having good people around me. You know,
I love it. I saw this. Like, oh, it's fire. The music was crazy too because I think it was super loud. What was like he was on tour at that time, right?
Yeah, he was on tour. This
This is Houston.
Yeah, this is his last show. So what's crazy because he hit me up. He was like, "Hey, chef, we're gonna need you to come down there and cook for the last show in Houston." And I was like, "All right, bet." And then I was just like, I hit him back the next day, and I was like, "Hey, man, could I propose to Jazz?" And he was like, "Man, say less, bro. We gonna get it all together, man. We gonna talk about it." And in the day of, we talked that morning time how we was gonna do everything, make sure we was all on point and everything. And literally after I proposed to her, we talking as we walking to the back. I'm rushing to the kitchen to go grab the food so I can come back to set up food for they can eat afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Wow.
That was live, man. I was just like, shit.
You nervous?
Nah. I mean, when I went up there, I was a little nervous when I walked because, like, you don't realize how many people it
People
is
out there
until
in this-
you
yeah.
walk on the stage. And so when I walked on the stage, I'm just like, what the fuck did I just get into? Like, shit, maybe we should have went to a restaurant or something. Like, there's a lot of people in here. Like, they all looking at it, and it's crazy because it was a lot of people there too that knew me, and so I'm hearing them. Chef, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to look, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, you know, and he's talking to me. I'm over trying to smile, just like everything's cool. And I'm trying to show them I'm nervous and everything. My hands in and out of my pocket. And I'm, you know, then she walks from behind me. I'm just like, man, just don't stutter on asking her. Don't put the ring on the wrong finger. Don't, you know, don't stumble over your words. And I was just like, man, I ain't rehearsed none of this shit. So it's freestyle for real. Like you gonna get the truth, but this is how it is, man. But yeah, man, it was live, man. She, you know, she held it down for me, man, especially dealing with, like, she's the first person that actually, like, told me, like, straight up, like, bro, you subpar right now. Like, you giving like 65% in your cooking. Like, nigga, I know you can do better than what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And I get hot and be like, man, you know who I am.
What you talking about?
You know, but it was like I took that and I was just like, damn, you know, like, shit. So I stepped my shit up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, nigga, she's like, why you walking around with jackets and little thing? But I mean, bro, she gave it to me, bro. And like, all I could do was just look at it and just like, all right. I know what you're here for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna give me that positive reinforcement.
Yes, sir.
And so, like, same thing for her when she finished her school with doctor, and it was tough watching them years that I was with her, just going through it and shit, to see her walk that stage, man. I knew what she been through to get there. So, you know, it's good to see, you know, she seen how I hustle, I seen how she hustled, how she got her shit together, how she got her stuff together. Like, she was on point. So I was just like, shit, you know, all she do is maybe want to be better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be nothing less, you know, and that's why I strive for the best. You know, every once in a while, you know, I'm a loose cannon every once in a while. There's just something she can't tame, but it's just like, you know, that's just me, you know, but I just, like, you know, that's the best thing that actually came into my life, man, besides, because, like, when I had lost my big mom and my Aunt May, you know, they were basically like my mothers, you know, and so when I lost them, you know, it was hard for me to like find love like that or see love like that again. And then
Absolutely.
it was just like, you know, I'm a God fan, man. You know, I pray every night, brother. I'm tipsy from drinking. I mean, I don't drink like that, but you know, like we gonna get our praying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, when he put her in my life, and you know, showed me some other things too. Besides that, man, it was just like, you know, I felt like, you know, it was like my big mama Ame was like, hey, I know what you need in your life. I know I can't be there physically, but I'm gonna give you something that's gonna kind of replace us in a way and put you where we need you to be at. Because right now you really are a loose cannon. You know what I'm saying? And so, shit, yeah, man, I thank her a lot. So, but like I said, man, you find somebody, man, shit, keep them, bro. It ain't nothing out here, bro, at all, man. It ain't nothing.
Streets ain't street no more.
Shit, man, these streets are for like, man, these streets will take anybody under, bro, on some real shit. Like, whether you single, married, or got somebody, man, these streets is not for anybody, man, at all. Like, it just comes to a point where just like, you really just want to be kind of to yourself in so many ways, you know? So, shit, that's why I just keep to myself, cook, to take care of business, do what I need to
Same.
do, man, and just chill, shit. But yeah.
Final question for us on episode 53. Have you ever been in an environment where you were supposed to cook in, but you was like, nah, I'm not doing this?
Oh, yeah. Shit, I done did that a couple times, shit. They'll let you know, man. I was supposed to pull up to an event or something. I did not show up, you know what I'm saying? Or I didn't read an NDA form that I'm supposed to sign, and it's saying like, you know, this might happen to you or this might happen to you. And I'm just like, oh, hell no, nah, bro. I'm not about to sign this. Like, what? No, I'm good on that. I had some people, while I'm in the middle of cooking, you know, being disrespectful to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, looking like they own me, or, you know, because they paid me a check. Like I just said it. Like I just said after I'm halfway cooking, I just said to refund the person their money back.
Right then and there.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
yo,
Like,
you gave me this?
Yeah.
Have it right the fuck back.
I remember the lady came in the kitchen. She was like, "Why'd you refund my money?" I was like, "Man, I'm done here, man. Like, you know, from the disrespect from your maids to you to your kids to your husband. I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't my environment. So I'm gonna go ahead and part ways. You know what I'm saying? Here goes your money back, every cent. You know, food. Y'all can plate your own food up. You know what I'm saying? I bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, there's been events where, you know, I've cooked for them and they're kind of trying to use my name, and it's like, damn. I'm just
get the fuck out of here.
Like, nah, I'm already I sent them the food and then show up. They got me plastered all on the fucking thing, and I'm like, nah, I'm not for the show up for that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I've cooked. I didn't help some companies. I didn't help companies before, and shit. They won't tell you who did the menu. You know what I'm saying? But they'll display like they came up with the menu, or they came up with the sauce, or they came up with everything. You know what I'm saying? And
people are peopling.
Be like, man, y'all came at me asking for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all came and asked me, and like, I can't even get a shout out. I'm like, all right, bet, man. I see where we at in this shit. So, yeah, man. Yeah, stay like I say, stay true to yourself, man. Don't let nobody corner you or put you in a position where you feel like you got to be a yes man. Because, man, one door closes, like they say, there's gonna be another one that's gonna open. So, yeah,
that might be the quote of the actual episode. Robert, you have anything to say?
I took notes. For my whole life.
And this is a great episode. Like, again, like I champion black men who do what you do all the time. And like, I'm like, let's call this like a Marvel movie. Like, you're the superhero. I'm the kid who's like looking up to you, although I'm almost about to be, what? 29? 30?
Shit, I'll be
calm that down.
Shit, I'll be 38 next month. So shit, trust me. You know, what's so crazy? What's so funny to me is that, you know, as you get older, you know, when you was young, you look at like the older people, you're like,
the
man,
OGs.
You're like, why he still walking around like basketball shorts, looking like he young and stuff, and then all of a sudden you become them. You like, oh,
you walk around basketball shorts like, yo,
I walk around basketball shorts and the shirt. You know, I'm not sagging anymore, but I'm still wearing the J's. I'm still wearing the basketball shorts, and like I'm still it's just
ready to hoop whenever.
Ready, you know what I'm saying? Probably I ain't hooping shit years, man. I probably fuck around fuck my whole life up. But man, life, man. Like I want anybody, whoever listen to this podcast or anything, man.
People will mad listen to this.
Man, live your life, man. Live your life. Don't let nobody sit there and corner you, man. Don't let nobody sit there and tell you can't do nothing, man. I done been in places where people sat there and told me I wasn't gonna be able to do nothing. I wasn't gonna be shit. I wasn't gonna be anywhere. You only gonna be at a certain level, and I done broke through all them barriers and continue to break through them barriers, man. It's just because it's my drive. You know what I'm saying? It's my drive. When somebody tell me I can't, I find a way that I can. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look, it's out there for us. Like, shit, if entrepreneur or whatever you want to do, man, it's out there for us. Take advantage of it, man.
Absolutely. Do you want to tell your story? Not your story, but your tells and tags. Like, this kind of be the time. Like, if you want to name your page and things like that. If not, because we covered a lot, it's up to you.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, you can catch me, Chef Gil _, on IG, Chef Gil on IG. ChefGilCO.com is for my website. Other than that, man, shit, next, you know, hopefully by next summer, you know, I'll be opening up my soul food restaurant, you know.
I'm going to be there. I'll be there, like, telling you, like, Casey Eats.
Oh, man.
This is the Can We Talk podcast, guys.
Shit.
Episode number 53, featuring Chef Gil.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Bye.